elevator screamers are paid professionals only looking to make senators look bad. He said also, look at all of the professionally made identical signs paid for by Soros and others. These are not signs made in the basement from love. Are you a paid professional?
I work for a community organization. I work for a network of community organizations. I've spent my entire adult life building where people can collectively act so that politicians listen to us. That's my job. I showed up to the Capitol with hundreds of people that my organization and other organizations brought so that we could tell our stories. But when I was talking to Senator Flake in that moment, I was a woman, I was a mother, I was a survivor, and I was someone who believes that we can connect and through those connections make better decisions for each other.
I want you to elaborate on that because prior to the president's tweet this morning, there were some articles, some news pieces on Fox, elsewhere, places we know he watches, talking about this moment, saying in both of these instances, they were seemingly organic, powerful protests, but in both instances, the women involved came from a nonprofit called Center for Popular Democracy that has received funding from liberal billionaire George Soros. Records show, they mention you, Ana Maria Archila, who confronted Flake, is the group's co-executive director. Perhaps that is where the president is trying to draw this link?
If the president wants to know whether I work for a social justice organization, the answer is yes. And I've worked for a social justice organization since I was 23. That's not news. Come on. What is news is that women across the country are doing something that's really powerful. We're sharing our stories. It took me 30 years, and I've been doing social justice work for the last 20. It took me 30 years to tell my story. And I did it because I think we have an opportunity to be better.
Before we wrap up the show, I want to get over to Kimberly Crenshaw, one of the law professors who signed on to a letter